What's up, everybody? All right, so I'm training to win a half marathon. I just finished my last run of week 3. I'll be training for 7 weeks. Today was a long run. It's 11 miles with 3 miles of race pace or marathon pace sprinkled in. Sorry, my arm is gonna get tired. Just ran. So for me today, that was 3 miles. All of them landed at 5:59. So I want to hop on here while it's fresh and explain kind of what I have found to be the hardest part so far in training. Speed combined or married with a little bit of distance. I don't know, maybe it's because there's not much margin between the race pace that I'm supposed to run and what I can actually physically run. I feel like I'm almost maxing out my speed. So it's just maintaining the power output in your legs and the focus for that extended period of time, which has been so difficult. There's absolutely no room to get sloppy at all. When you're running longer distance and you're not too worried about pace, if you hit a point where you're a little bit tired or you just kind of lose focus and get a little sloppy with your technique, that's okay. You can typically, make that up with a faster mile. But when you're maxing yourself out, there's no room for error. So for me, that's been the toughest part thus far. Hopefully, as I get deeper into the training, the faster pace starts to feel a little bit easier, and maybe I do actually get a little bit faster, so there's more room to play with there. So next week is week 4. That's a big one because I think that's the peak week. That's the most volume and speed. That's probably the toughest week. So after I get past that week, the back half of the training, there's nothing that I haven't done yet, which is exciting because going into this, I didn't even know if it would be possible to train like this. Still don't know if it's going to be possible for me to run the race at the pace that I have set, but so far I have not missed a single session or a metric that was required or planned within that schedule. So we'll see. I'm leaving it all on the table, but hope you have a great Sunday, and catch up with you next week. Pew! What's up, everybody? So it is officially week 4, which I'm classifying as peak week. Yesterday I had the day off. I had a big session on Sunday, and to be transparent, I overdid it a little bit. My back is irritated. It's the best way to describe it. My lower back, whenever it gets irritated, it just gets very get a lot of sharp shooting pains, and right now it's kind of on the verge of getting worse. I know my body pretty well, but it's not at a point where I think I need to cut anything off. I just don't really have time or the luxury to do that right now either. Today I had 7 easy miles, so I took easy quite literally this week. I think I ran probably around 750 pace, but I threw some hills in there this go around, so took on some elevation, which I feel like might translate well. Just trying to mix it up a little bit. What else? Already dreading tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, which means interval day, and that's, I think, the most intervals that I have to do for the longest period of time, so that's going to be brutal. But just grateful for another day. Honestly, so thankful to be standing and breathing and get to do these difficult things when it gets hard. Just thank God for the opportunity to do hard things, because there's some people that would love to, that were either never blessed with that opportunity or had it taken away from them. So just super grateful that's an overwhelming feeling of gratefulness that I have day in and day out, to just be able to get to move and release energy from my body. All right. Next time I talk to you, I might be half dead. Hopefully I can do it. All right. Have a great day. Pew! Week 4. Just finished my interval run. No, not interval. Tempo run. 6 miles, with 25 of those being at race pace. I wish I could say it's getting easier. It's just not, though. It's just not getting easier. We're gonna do this thing, though. We're gonna do this thing. I think I'm coming to terms with it's gonna be a whole lot of grit. I'm gonna be redlined the entire time. I'm either gonna bonk or it's gonna be a pretty solid day. I won't be at work though. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Let's go. Week 4, second to last day of week 4. I screwed up the order of my days. Today was supposed to be a tempo run, but I did that yesterday. So today was 5 miles easy, which was awesome. Honestly, I think it was a good slip up, because tomorrow I got a big run distance with some speed in there. So that's really gonna push me. Man, weird vibes today. No really running thoughts other than, I don't know if you can see it, like police cars and ambulance. And I was a little late today. I was pulling up probably closer to like 5 or so to start my run. Multiple police cars, ambulance, fire truck, and just a single car accident. Car was absolutely wrecked. Every airbag in the car was off. Ran into a telephone pole. 3-lane road. Just makes you wonder, like, clearly that person was not in their right mind or just completely distracted. It's a good reminder just to be careful out there. As obvious as a car coming at you can look, you never know who's on the other side of that wheel and what's going on with them. So just always be aware. If you've been running long enough, you kind of know where to look and when to look. But if you're tired or just not 100% focused, or it's a little cold, a little hot, all it takes is one little second to let your guard down. So just a friendly reminder to be careful. Again, it's like things happen in waves. There's running and just some like really sketchy people at 5 a.m. Like I was running by some lady and she like was on the other side of the sidewalk, just stopped and just stared at me as I was like, 50 yards from her and all the way past her. Like, what? Dressed in like normal clothes, 5 a.m. What are you doing? And then, a quarter mile down the road, there was some sketchy dude, looked strung out, just sitting on a bench, slumped over. So I don't know. Moral of the story today is stay woke. Never let your guard down. Might be a good idea to, the good thing about running, these are the thoughts I have while I run. The good thing about running is that I physically feel like I could run away from any situation I needed to get away from. I can run fast, I can run far, but the problem with that is when you're with your family, you can't pick them up and run, and you're not leaving them behind. So I think like self-defense and or artillery is probably a good idea these days. So something might be brewing there in the Bouchillon household. Man, excited for week 4 to be behind me, and almost 3 weeks away from potentially giving myself a heart attack. All right, have a great day. Have a great day, everybody. It's a beautiful one.